Hi. So I am in sunny California, and earlier I did a live video. I really liked it. I enjoyed it. It kind of reminded me of the Pause Life live days, and so I kind of wanted to come swing back around and talk about one of the topics that I was going to bring up, and that's going to be the topic of Rachel Dolezal. Um, I know we all have like different opinions and thoughts about it, um, but to give you kind of a backstory. Mama, I think she's like 39 years old. Again, I'm referencing um, online sources. I think she was born in Montana, and she resides in Spokane, Washington. So shout out to the Pacific Northwest. But Mama has, she was an African Studies instructor. She was actually the president of the NAACP chapter in Spokane, Washington. And then she got put on blast. Like, folks were basically saying that, she wasn't black, she was white, she was lying about her ethnicity. And her folks came out basically and said, girl is white. I think Mama had like Scandinavian background or something, like not even like just white. um, a lot of people had a lot to say about it. I'm gonna tell you what I think. Hate it or love it, I'm just gonna keep it real with you. I think, and this is coming from me being a black guy, a black man. I identify as black regardless of what my ancestry DNA results say that I'm multiracial. I identify as black. At the end of the day, in the South, I'm called boy. I'm treated differently. I may have a privilege in terms of my complexion, but at the end of the day, I am black. At first, I don't like the fact that Mama says that she's transracial. Maybe it's something that's new to me. I think a lot of us, we fear or we kind of get upset at what we don't know. I don't like it. Maybe in time I'll come to understand it if more people come out and discuss the issue. I don't like it. But what we can't fault is that Mama was down for the cause. Like, Mama was, speaking about issues that impact black folk. She is enlightened in terms of the black experience. She is engaged. And she, even through everything that she has been through, Mama has still held on to the fact that she identifies as black. And so many times we see folks who are appropriating our culture, from Taylor Swift, rapping or using beats, from all the different things that we see that impact us. Folks of non-color love to jump on the bandwagon, but jump off real quick when shit hits the fan. Let's just be real. And I can't hate Mama. Like, she got kicked out the NAACP, but she's still down for black causes. She has been ridiculed and literally dragged, but she's still down for the cause. And at first I kind of felt how most people feel, like, how dare she? But then this one woman was like, leave her alone. Like, how many other white people have you seen doing the things and being engaged and, being super just integrated into our experience? How many people have you seen? Not many. Not many. And is it kind of an identity crisis? Yeah. Is it kind of wrong for her to act black? Yeah. But is it wrong for her to be engaged and truly understand our struggles and what we've been through? No. And it's funny because, I just feel like a lot of folks my age, maybe not my age, younger than me, I'm 28, don't really care about the black experience. They'll be black and they don't really care about the black experience, or the folks who were integral into ensuring that we defeated Jim Crow, that we still have justice among the issues that impact folks of color and folks on the lower end of the socioeconomic spectrum. Folks who are poor. And I'll give you a perfect example. I was working a flight the other day, maybe months ago, not the other day. Months ago, I was working a flight from DC to Atlanta. And I have my own set of heroes. I'm really dorky. I love politics. I love music. But John Lewis is one of the men who, like, truly inspire me. I love him more than he can ever know. And I see him often on this particular route that I work. But he came on the aircraft. And he was sitting in the back, and I was getting ready to do an upgrade for him. And I asked one of the girls, I was like, hey, can you please grab Representative Lewis and just bring him up to the front? He has an upgrade. And the girl was like, who's that? Black, again, she's black. She's young. She's maybe about like 23. I'm like, you don't know who John Lewis is? So I asked another black girl, can you get John Lewis? Like, do you know who that is? No. And then I asked a white girl. She was like, oh, I know who John Lewis is. Yeah, sure. I'm like, so how come Mama, who's white, knows who John Lewis is, knows about, you know, the black experience, or as understanding to some extent. But my own sisters don't even know who John Lewis is. But yet they're quoting the "Catch Me Outside" girl the entire flight, like "Catch me outside." You know, they're so engrossed into the superficial culture of a girl who has a phrase or has like a mentality, who went on a popular syndicated TV show and has like basically, you know, taken a phrase that if a black girl says it, or a black woman says it, or a woman of color says it, is basically treated differently. We saw that in the Trayvon Martin case when homegirl was on a plane. No, Trayvon Martin case. Mama was on the stand. Excuse me. Mama was on the stand and acting a certain way, and people were saying so many negative things about her. But we didn't talk about her experience of being a woman of color living in a particular community. And again, I don't say this for. I know someone commented, I don't say this for all young folk, but it's just interesting how a lot of people just are so disconnected. And people like follow pop culture, and like this "Catch Me Outside" girl, she's gotten a phrase, she has a mentality that is stigmatized by folks of color, but yet mama is a millionaire. Like overnight she has become a star, has her own app, is a millionaire. But yet you don't know who John Lewis is. An integral part of the civil rights movement, champion for equal rights, even engaged with folks who are looking for justice for LGBTQ folks. But yet you don't know who that is. Same type of people who are apathetic and who aren't engaged in the political process. Same type of folk who complain, but yet are never a part of the solution, or never want to be engaged to be a part of the solution, or even donate or contribute to be a part of that solution. We gotta do better, man. And I can't fault Miss Dolezal. I mean, I can fault her because she identifies herself as transracial. Again, that's new. I don't know what it means. I'm just as preferential on that. But what I can't hate on is her public service, is the fact that she's been engaged within the black community. I mean, it'd be the same if y'all didn't say nothing about OJ integrating himself into the white community and basically like just kind of turning his head to African Americans and their issues, until basically the white people disowned him because of his trial case, and he came back to the black community and we embraced him with open arms without criticism. And that's someone that's black. But yet Rachel Dolezal, she's white, she's doing great things for us. Even through all the stuff she's been through now, she's still identifying as black. I can't fault that. I mean, I can fault the fact that she's trying to be something that she's not. That's like me saying that I'm Japanese. Now I speak Japanese. I'm not Japanese. And that'd be the same if I say I am not black, I am Japanese. But you can't. I can't. Like I can't do that. I can't say. I could say I'm Latino. I can speak Spanish fluently, pero I'm still black. I may give you a perception of looking something that I'm not, but my experiences, who I am and what I've come from is always going to be that of a black man. Not a Latino man, not someone who is Japanese. It's going to be black. Mama's wrong on that point, but in terms of her engagement, I can't fault. But we gotta do better. Like, we gotta, like, how we called out Kendall Jenner in that Pepsi commercial, and how we said that was BS, that's how we gotta be. Every time someone comes up and wants to, you know, take something from our experience, or try to manipulate our culture, we have to stand up every single time, and we have to push back. There's no excuse. There's no reason why we can't. It's something that we need to be obligated to do. Every single time. No excuses. But I think most importantly, we need to educate ourselves on individuals such as John Lewis, Kamala Harris, individuals who are doing great work within our community, for our community, in government, being engaged. We have to be understanding and knowledgeable about these folks. So when they approach us, we know who they are. We can thank them. We can aspire ourselves or our own children or our own mentees to be like those individuals. Not aspire to catch me outside. How about that? No? Okay. So I digress. That's pretty much it. I'm getting ready to fly. I'm again in Los Angeles. I'm on a trip. I go to Salt Lake City tonight, and then I end up in Orlando. And I'm going to be tired. It's a red eye. And I'm not a huge fan of red eyes. and I'm on a 5-day trip because I just transferred from New York to Detroit. And so I brought like a whole bunch of food because I'm not trying to spend no money. And I brought all my workout gear. Shout out to Amazon for having awesome sales and 2-day shipping. And that's pretty much it. I mean, that's my thought. And I think, and for me, the intersectionality, because I always have to tie this back to HIV, is the fact that we should be engaged in the process, the political process. And I think we should be engaged in issues that impact us. So for instance, right now, we know we defeated the American Care Act, Trump Care, whatever you want to call it. We overcame that, but let's not forget that they're still probably planning an even more reasonable bill that could supersede ACA, or what many people know as Obamacare. We have to continue to press back. We have to continue to engage ourselves politically, philanthropically. For instance, there's many nonprofit organizations that are out there that are doing great work, but their funding is decreased, or they don't have access to the resources that they did years ago. We have to continue to be engaged and give and support and advocate on behalf of those organizations and individuals that are impacted by issues such as HIV. And we do that by being knowledgeable about the people that are part of the process, and being enlightened and woke about these issues, and being less turned on by catchphrases and individuals that appropriate our culture. It's not cool. So, with all that being said, positivity is everything. I hope you all have a fantastic day or remainder of your day. And again, I'm about to get ready for work. So, talk to y'all later. Last thing. If you want me to talk about something specifically, let me know. I'll be down to do it and give you my feedback on it. But I think the Rachel Dolezal one was something that was really kind of hitting my heartstrings. And while I, again, don't agree with everything, I can't hate on Homegirl for being down for the cause. I can't hate on her for, even through everything, still standing on her belief of the Black experience. I can't fault her for that. And I can fault her for trying to pivot and trying to change the subject and having a conversation about being transracial, when the issue needs to be, why do you identify yourself more with the Black experience than the white? I think that's the conversation that we need to have. Yeah. All right. Well, that being said, I'm out.